Imagine you're flying a jet at night and the stars around you are glowing. Then suddenly you see an anomaly of lights. They chase your aircraft, circle your aircraft, watch you. This is what happened to Perez Jafari, an Iranian pilot, when he flew over Iran to Iran. I'm Eric Whiteside, and your transmission's been set to the Echo Diaries. What a perfect night to fly, Perez thought. He glanced out his cockpit window. Down below slept the city of Tehran, the lights a glittering mosaic. The night was crisp, the stars sharp. The F-4 Phantom hummed, its rhythmic tune only performed in flight.
Look at that view. The stars are as beautiful as ever,
Reza, the co-pilot, said.
One day, you and I, Perez, we're gonna take our flight into space.
Perez laughed.
That's the dream, my friend. That's the dream.
Reza asked.
Why do you want to go to space, brother? Why else?
Perez said.
To see what's beyond the world.
Reza smirked.
You mean like extraterrestrials?
Perez sighed.
Not this again. Come on, Perez. Why do you deny that they're out there? You know of all the incidents around the world.
Perez thought on his words. Incidents.
Don't act like you don't know. Come on, we all know what happened in Area 51 in the Americas.
Perez groaned.
Please save me from this conversation. After all we've been through, after what we've seen out here, you're still denying it? What we've seen out here? Nothing concrete. I guess, if that's what you want to say. But I know. We've got ground control on line 1. Got it. Patch them through. This is ground control. Do you copy? Copy, ground control. This is Captain Perez. We've got reports of lights over Mirabed Airport. Lights?
Reza looked around.
I don't see any lights. Ground control, this is Captain Perez. We've got no visuals and nothing on radar. Copy that. Understood. We'd like you to investigate the situation. Just my luck. An incident right before leave. Settle down there, Perez. This should be fun.
Reza said.
At least we have a reason to be out here tonight. It's probably just another pilot lost out here.
Perez said.
Ground control, this is Captain Perez. We're on it.
Perez turned the steering handle and the jet banked southward. He then yanked back, pulling the nose towards the stars. The jet roared as it climbed 25,000 feet. Suddenly, Perez felt a cold energy run from his head to his feet.
What was that? Everything okay up there?
Reza asked. Perez grunted.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Then the radio crackled back on.
Captain Perez, this is ground control. Do you copy?
Perez adjusted his headset.
I'm still here, ground control. What is it? The lights, they're traveling at a speed unknown to man. Come again, ground control? I'm not sure I quite got that. The lights, they're moving in erratic patterns at high velocities. Be on high alert.
Reza laughed.
So much for that stray plane theory. Quite down back there. Copy, ground control. We're on it.
Perez hit the throttle. Their heads pinned back as the jet thrusted forward at incredible speeds. It roared in pursuit.
Did you hear that? Bogey!
Reza said.
We've got a bogey 40 miles out and it's gaining ground on us quickly.
Perez scanned the horizon.
I don't see anything. I've got eyes on it.
Reza said.
It's on our 6.
Thirsting for more monster mayhem? Check out issue 1 of my comic White Blood for absolutely free. It's a tale about a woman turned into a white who must fight the Zombie King and reclaim her life. The only problem is the Zombie King has other plans. He's sent his own zombie plague to stop her in her tracks. Meanwhile, other whites are on the same mission, but will stop her if she gets in their way. If you want to check out more, go ahead and go to the link in the comments below. Also, if you want to support our channel, go ahead and pre-order our American Cryptid Survival Guide coming out September 1st. It's exactly what you need to survive if you come in contact with a cryptid in one of the 50 states. So get it now. Let's tune you back to our Echo Diaries.
We've got a bogey 40 miles out and it's gaining ground on us quickly.
Perez scanned the horizon.
I don't see anything. I've got eyes on it.
Reza said.
It's on our 6.
Perez peered over his shoulder. And as he did, the lights zoomed past him.
Did you see that?
Reza said, frantically. Perez trembled.
Nothing moves that fast. Not out here. It's coming back.
Reza said.
100 miles out and gaining on us quickly. We gotta get out of here. We gotta move. 100 miles already? That's impossible. No, wait. It stopped. It's hovering back over the airport again. We need to get over there. I was thinking the same thing.
They took off into that direction. Blinking red and green lights marked the airport. Perez scanned the horizon, and then he saw it. A triangular-shaped craft, 30 feet in length. On their approach, they could see its own blinking red and blue and green lights, as if to communicate. Or was it hostile? They couldn't tell. But as they grew closer, they realized they weren't lights at all, but liquid that glowed. Reza's voice quivered.
I've never seen anything like it.
Perez replied.
Americans?
Reza shook his head.
No, they don't have anything like that.
Perez thought for a minute.
What are you saying? What do you mean, what am I saying?
Reza said.
It's gotta be from there. Extraterrestrials. No.
Perez answered.
Can't be.
In that moment, the craft darted off, zigzagging towards them. It looped around them 4 times before it came to a halt, hovering right in front of them. Then the craft's lights went bright. They shielded their eyes.
Can't see a thing.
Perez said.
Engage.
Reza said.
Engage.
Perez did not hesitate.
I can't get a lock. They jammed our systems or something.
Then everything went silent. The jet halted, and the engines shut off. They were gliding in the sky.
This is bad.
Reza said.
The whole system's crashed. We're sitting ducks. Should we eject?
Perez, breathing heavily and his heart beating 1,000 minutes, thought about what to do.
Captain, should we eject?
Again, Perez was silent.
Captain!
Perez came back.
Report to ground control. Have you forgotten?
Reza said.
The whole system's down.
Then the liquid lights faded, and they could see the craft clearly. There, at the heart of the craft, stood a dozen grotesque silhouettes, each watching them with brilliant red eyes. Then, 4 orbs broke off from the craft. They flew around the jet, scanning it as they did. Perez and Reza grabbed their foreheads.
What are they doing? They're probably wiping our memory.
Then the orbs retracted back to the ship. The ship sat there for a moment before it darted up into orbit, disappearing into the stars. Both men sat there for a moment, their nerves shaking wildly.
They exist,
Reza said. Perez looked up to the stars.
They do.
Then the instruments flickered back on, and the engines rumbled.
We've got power,
Reza said.
We're gonna die.
Then they heard the static of the radio.
Captain, this is ground control. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Captain.
Both men sat there silently.
What do we tell them?
Reza asked.
Hostiles? No. Tell them they're gone.
Shortly after the event, Perez hung up his wings and decided he did not want to be an astronaut, for he feared what was out there. And the Terran skies that once belonged to him now belonged to them. Something otherworldly. Something extraterrestrial. 1 month later, Perez went to the Murabad airport, watching the planes take off. He looked to the sky to see if the invaders would return, but they didn't. Then the airport lights flashed, and all he could see were those black silhouettes studying them, still haunting him, warning him that the skies never belonged to him, but were always theirs. So before your next flight, be prepared, keep your eyes to the sky, and set your transmission to the Echo Diaries.